The small and sleepy town of St. Georgen an der Gießen in Austria holds some very dark secrets. During WWII it was home to the Nazi Mauthausen-Gießen concentration camp where thousands upon thousands of Jews were systematically murdered. Nazi death camp survivors cheer on Allied soldiers as the concentration camp of Mauthausen-Gießen is liberated. Thousands of prisoners at this camp were used to construct underground catacombs that made up the B8 Bergkristal weapons facility in St. Georgen an der Gießen, and possibly an additional facility that was used for research on nuclear fusion, aka creating an atomic bomb. A lone guard tower looks out over the barbed wire fence that still stands at Mauthausen-Gießen concentration camp in this haunting image. I can't imagine the horror these people went through every day. It really is unimaginable to think of what could have happened to our world if Hitler had succeeded in developing an atomic bomb. A photo of Mauthausen-Gießen emptied after it was liberated by the Allied powers in May of 1945. Even just this picture gives me the chills. I can't even begin to imagine the feeling of terror that the thousands of people who passed through those gates must have experienced. These secret tunnel openings were made by the Germans as a last-ditch effort to hold onto the secret weapons facility as it became more and more clear that the Allies were going to win the war. They even went as far as sealing entrances with giant granite plates to keep Allied soldiers out even after the war was over. Andreas Sulzer works with excavation crews to break through the secret tunnels built by Mauthausen-Gießen concentration camp prisoners. Entrances to the labyrinth of underground tunnels will hopefully reveal never-before-discovered laboratories used to conduct research on atomic weapons by Hitler's team of scientists. Sulzer is intimately involved in the process of discovery and excavation for this project. His interest in finding the site of Hitler's secret atomic research began when he read a letter written by Victor Schauberger that detailed his involvement in secret research involving atom smashing. Sulzer also unearthed some very interesting documents by a top American agent who kept tabs on Nazi scientists. In these documents this man says there is a major complex hidden underneath St. Georgen. We found these very interesting documents that point out that there was a very secret project going on in St. Georgen. It could also be associated with atomic research, said Sulzer. An authentic Nazi SS helmet found at excavation site. Sulzer and his team of historians and scientists have been digging at the site for 3 years. Can you imagine unearthing a piece of history such as this? Hans Kandler, a high-ranking Nazi officer, was put in charge of the Mauthausen-Gießen concentration camp. He even signed off on the blueprints for every gas chamber that was put into a concentration camp. He also oversaw the work done by prisoners as they built the first jet engine-powered airplane, the Messerschmitt Me-262 in a secret weapons facility known as the B8 Bergkristal factory. A revolutionary aircraft at the time of its development, it was the fastest aircraft on Earth until the Allies came out with their own jet-powered airplanes. To top it all off, he was also in charge of Hitler's missile program, including the V-2 rocket that was used against London late in the war.